Hello everyone, it is me, Kente. We're back to an unboxing. Today's unboxing we got from Transformers Age of the Primes, Commander Class, SliverBolt. Oh wow, that's big. I'm not used to fitting a box into the frame. I mean, I did with Long Haul and Hook, but they were like Commander reviews. This is Commander unboxing, so it's just like, wow. But yeah. I'm actually going to get into more pieces for Superion, because like I said, with the cash to spare, I will try doing Superion, but for this year, I'm going to try my best to focus on Beauticus. But, like I mentioned, if I had the cash to spare, I will try my best to complete Superion. Because I already own Firefly, and I bought Superion along with an aerial bot, so all I'm missing is 2 more aerial bots. And then I'm done. But yeah, big lad, you know. Pretty sure the last time we had them released in Hasbro was actually like Combiner Wars, which was about 10 years ago, but this is 2026, so I guess it's 11 years old, because pretty sure Combiner Wars is like 2015. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is, because 2016 was Titans Return, and 2017 was Power of the Primes. So yeah, it's been a fair bit, so might as well try in these combiners, because probably another decade before we get another update, which makes sense because, you know, it's kind of expensive, so might as well kind of let it sit there. But yeah, pretty cool. Well, anyways, it's been unboxing, go over it. Obviously over here we have SliverBolt, Hasbro, and TT up there. Transformers logo, area bot SliverBolt. He was the commander for Age of Primes last year, but for Studio Series last year, the commander was obviously the Long Haul Hook 2-pack, which it was more priority for me, because if Devastator wasn't out last year, I would have actually focused on Superion, but since Devastator was out, and I still like Superion, but I prefer Devastator over Superion, so that's why I focused more on Superion, but I really like Firefly as an individual member, so that's why I still bought it. Plus it's a deluxe. Over here it says 3 of 5 for Superion, because usually the commanders are like the third piece you need, because usually at the beginning of the year you get the first 2 members, then around summer you get the commander pack that's like the torso, the skeleton for the combiner, and then around the end of the year is when you get the last pieces. But for Beauticus it will be a little bit different, because we got Vortex last year, Brawl and Blast Off are probably one for this year. Onslaught is also going to be command for this year, so the only thing I wait for by the end of the year is Swindle. But it takes 44 steps to go from robot to jet mode. But I highly doubt it's 44 steps. I'm pretty sure they mean that from robot to combiner. Or the big jet. I don't think like for just SliverBolt, but I'm pretty sure like SliverBolt plus the extra pieces it takes 44 steps. I don't think they mean like just SliverBolt. I'm pretty sure it's probably like about 20-ish. Flip over here, it shows Superion, 3 of 5. Flip over here, it shows some of the primes to all one. Commander class in different languages. Flip. It's hard for me to hold this box because it has a bit of weight. But there's a barcode. Does it say what's included on here? Yeah, it does. 1 figure and 3 pieces. Flip up here, Transformers SliverBolt. And since this actually showcases all the primes, I will name them off. So we got Prime, Vector. I'm assuming this is Alpha Trion, Solus, Micronus, Alchemist. I'm assuming this is Nexus, Onyx, Amalgamus, Quintus, assuming this is Leech Maximo, Megatronus, and Star Convoy, because we didn't actually get an Optimus. Star Convoy is our Optimus for Age of the Primes. But then again, since it is your Age of the Prime shove, you could just technically whip out any prime you really like and just say, okay, this is our prime. Because Star Convoy is like the Titan, but he's a smaller Titan, but he's still big. He's bigger than like a combiner. So, you know, it kind of like is bigger than the rest, but, you know, if you didn't want to, you could just use that or a different prime. I can put that on the camera. Actually, it's still a big box, so I can't. Here it shows like some bits of where both Slingshot and Air Raid go. I guess they go to here. SliverBolt, and then yeah, 44 steps. So same means like you're taking SliverBolt in this part and putting it into big jet mode, but it probably takes like about 20-ish steps for the basic jet. But yeah. Let's pop it open. Let's be careful using scissors and make sharp, especially if you're a youngin'. I call him the clean that. There we go. Just let me quickly close this up. Oh, he's in jet mode. Okay. Shoot, I forgot, because Longhorn Hook was still in vehicle mode, but since it's a view video, I put them in robot mode. Okay, I just gotta quickly get the size comparisons in alt mode, and we take a look at SliverBolt while he's in alt mode, since this is an unboxing, so I need a quick minute. Well, I got the size comparison transformed, so let's continue onwards with this unboxing. So, up first we got our instruction booklet, and here's our mumbo jumbo paper. So let's just quickly show off the instructions. Wow, this is thick. I forgot how thick these commander booklets are. I think it's also because they show you how to like combine everything. Oh Lord, they do. Okay, so that's just to get prepped for combiner mode. Well, if like Volcanic Ace and Devastator, I won't show off the combiner side, but I might show off for instructions. But for the video, I won't. Since this is a skeleton combiner, I still won't show off the combine feature. I'll save it for when I have all the members of the team. Then I'll actually show off the combine mode. So for SliverBolt's video, we're definitely gonna show off robot and whatnot. Maybe I'll show off the base mode. I probably will because it's part of that thing. But yeah. Yeah, that's a lot. It takes 32 steps for Dev, not for Dev, for SliverBolt himself, and then the extra steps are just for like the base. And then if you flip over here, it just shows you how to get him prepped for combiner mode. Which I know it sucks, but it's like a big instruction booklet, so apologies if you can't really see it all. I know it doesn't mention it, but Fireflight is the other arm and Air Raid's the other leg piece, if you're wondering. Not Air Raid, Skydive. So, Skydive's the other leg and Fireflight's the other arm piece, in case you're wondering who's who. And yeah, that's way too big to be over there, because I usually keep it off to the side, but I can't, so I have to keep it on my bed. Where are my scissors? Because now we have to get cutting. Okay, just put the accessories off to the side right now. Where are you? Oh, you're like the gun for Superion, aren't you? Yeah. So I think this smaller one that tabs in, either it makes the gun bigger, or this might be for SliverBolt himself. Yeah, that's like that's SliverBolt's gun, because I looked at the box. The small one is for SliverBolt himself, or the bigger one's for Superion. So 1, 2. Okay, so that was like 4 altogether, so 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I think there might be an extra one off on the side. Almost dropped SliverBolt. What about you? Okay, you got tape on the side that we have to get off. Oh, this is so much fun. Actually, I'm gonna hit myself if I do it like that. Okay, there we go. Got my finger in it so I could get it out. I'm not even gonna keep this, so I don't really care what happens. Okay, what's SliverBolt's nose cone though? Is it in here? Is it in here? No? Okay. Let me just clean this up. Well, here's basically SliverBolt. Not SliverBolt, Superior. Oh, let me just look back at the instructions because I want to figure out what his nose cone is. Oh, okay, it's inside his jet. Ow, it hits the fingers. There we go. Flip that up. Is there anything else we're missing or what? Alright, so let's just take a look at this because this is kind of the frame. So this is basically all the bits of Superior. Like, Superior himself is the torso, but like the arms and legs, this is what it is. So this is the chest of Superior. This is the arms and legs for Superior. I think that was the first Autobot combiners. And even though Megatron already had Minnesota and like Devastator on the front lines. But yeah, you know, pretty cool. It's kind of a brick. I will show how to put it together for the big mode, but I do that after the size comparisons because it's kind of part of the toy. Yeah, pretty cool. Nothing much, just kind of a brick. But here's our lad SliverBolt. I don't know what plane he's based on, but I do know he is apparently based on a real plane. At least his G1 toy is. And there's a plastic strip on here. But yeah. I know G1 toy is based off it, but I don't know if this is just like a generic plane for the Age of the Primes version. Does he not have a landing gear? I feel like he should have one, but I guess because of that, he doesn't need one. He might use his gun as like a landing gear, because it says you can like plug it in down here. Well, it doesn't help, but you know, there's weapon storage for SliverBolt. But you know, pretty cool. The jet looks nice, I will admit. You are able to do that with nose cone, make it dip down, so I guess just be careful. But it kind of just looks like a commercial airplane, which I think it's probably supposed to be based off of. I get the plane, but you know, you also got the bulk right here, so it probably doesn't help. But you know, still pretty cool nonetheless. But yeah, when you do get it, this was also folded down, like just like that, and the nose cone was in, so yeah. But it's not a bad jet, I will admit. Although it's funny, he's like afraid of heights, so that's why Optimus Prime made him the leader of the Aerobot to get his mind off it. And when I forgot to put it with the box, I just realized it shows slingshot and air raid on the box. I just noticed that, so I'll throw that in real quick. But yeah, you know, it's pretty cool. The boxing, but it's funny, it's like, oh, you're afraid of heights? I'll make you the leader of the air team, so that's where you have something else to put your mind on. Yes, let the guy be afraid of heights focus as being leader of the team for everybody else who flies. I don't know, because I think he was like a cargo person before he became a jet. So yeah. But nice Autobot logos, like they really pop. Yeah, pretty cool. Wee. Alright, we do size comparisons on the base airplane. And then I'll show off how big and bulky, and then maybe I'll do size comparisons, or I may just cut to transformation. I gotta decide, but I definitely show, well, it's kind of like a trailer piece, but you gotta put a bit of effort into it, and it might just be stripped. Like, I definitely show it putting together, but I don't know if I'll just do the size comparisons yet again with it combined, I don't know. But we definitely go over those alt mode size comparisons of the base plane. But if you want to know my thoughts and opinions of the size comparisons before I suck at English. I messed that up. But if you folks want to know my thoughts, opinions, and size comparisons featured in this video, I'll have a link to that video in the description down below and the icon up above in case you're curious about my thoughts, opinions on said figures. Let me just fix this up. There we go. He hardly fits in frame. But first we got from Transformers Legacy United, G2 Universe, Breakdown. I don't have, well, okay, I got a couple more planes. I could have whipped out another one, but only other planes I have is just at the core class scale. I mean, I could have whipped up Vortex, but just kind of want to use Breakdown, really. Like I said, I do have another Aerobot, but I haven't unboxed yet, so when I do, it will just be pure planes. Breakdown won't be the next one, so I guess spoilers. But then up next, we got from Transformers Combiner Wars, Legends Class Power Glide, which apparently for this year, he's supposed to get a release at the deluxe scale. I don't know if it's supposed to be in the Age of the Primes release, or it's going to be released for those retro card backs, that are the Walmart exclusives. So, you know, like, those G1 toys at, like, the deluxe scale for the mini-bots, that like the G1 toy heads, that stuff. I'm going to be picking it up because for me, since he is a mini-bot, I'm going to try my best to get the mini-bots at the Legend/Core Class scale. But I mean, if you really want to, I don't mind getting them at the deluxe scale. It's just ideally I want to get them at the Core Class because, you know, they're supposed to be mini-bots, so they're supposed to be tiny. I know the show made them bigger, but, you know, I don't mind it. If I'm really that desperate, I could buy deluxes of them, but C-Speed was kind of appealing, but didn't go for it because I own the Legends, so it's like, yeah. And then lastly, we have from Transformers Age of the Primes, Deluxe Class Firefight. And you can tell the color difference because this is gray while this is red and white, so it's just like, dang. I said it's like a silver gray though. Yeah, pretty cool. Alright. I would say let's get them prepped for alt mode, but I do want to combine the big brick first and then we go to alt mode. So I gotta look at the instructions real quick to see how I do this. Blah blah blah. Alright. So for the first step, what you want to do is you take the tail fin and spread it out flat. You want to pick up his wings. Okay, so grab Superior's gun and just angle it up a bit. And what you want to do is grab the brick of bricks. Alright, yeah. Look at picture. Okay, so see this hole? It's gonna pop right into there. Like so. And then you see these bits, you flare it out. And then you want to flare out this and this. The long one is easier because it's just a trailer, so you just have to plug it in. Then you want to grab Superior, not Superior, SliverBolt. And apparently these notches will go into the red clips, like so. Droops a little bit. Then you want to fold down the wings. Oh, yeah, fold down the wings so these clip into that. So let me just make sure I'm clipping it in. So yeah, I got one wing in, but you want this tab to go into that. In. Nope. There we go. Well, it's supposed to clip in, but the wings kind of perk up on mine. So yeah. And yeah, that's it. And then there's Superior in big jet mode. It's pretty much just a trailer for him, really, but yeah. Yeah, there we go. You know, pretty cool, pretty fun. He's a big plane. Yeah, I'm not gonna bother with size comparisons to this one. We just cut straight to the transformation. Yeah, we just go to the transformation. But yeah, let's get SliverBolt prepped for, I guess, robot mode, because we're transforming into robots. I wouldn't say like a jet. So yeah, let's just get him prepped for robot mode. But when I do come back to it, he will just be as a basic jet, so yeah. Well, turns out I was right. There's landing gear. It's actually in Superion's head, though. But yeah, there's like one. You know, I'm not gonna bother, but like there's two right here, and then there's one in his head, but I don't know which way it comes out. But there's a Superior head. Yeah, there's one in his head, and then there's two back here. So he does actually have landing gear. Okay. So now we start right here. Okay, but it starts at step 8 to actually go into robot mode. So you fold down the landing gears. Not fold down, you fold back the landing gears. So for the first step, you wanna take, you know, ouch. Uh-oh, one of his antennas fell off. There we go, finally. But for the first step, you want to open this back up, and you want to fold in the nose cone. Then, let's see. You want to close it up, flip around to the back. You want to open this up. Then you want to like slide it. Sound like a slider, see? So you want to do that. Leave it like so. Open this up, which is also on a giant slider, and there's Superion's head. Yeah, let's just make sure I'm doing this right. Alright, so there's some notches on him right here. They're gonna tab into the holes back here. Actually right there. Wait, what did you tab into? Alright, so yeah, there's like little tabs on the airplane cone. They're gonna tab in back there, and here's Superion's head. Then what you want to do? Is this for combiner mode? No, okay. I was gonna say, is this for combiner mode? No. Well, I'm on SliverBolt. You want to fold up the wings. Flip up here. Wondering why that's out. Just look at the instructions. They want you to unclip the. Oh, these are his legs. Okay. So we do that. They want you to fold these up because that makes his grippers. Fold. Sorry if it keeps going in and out of focus. I don't know why it is today. They want you to fold out that because that gives them heel support. Keep twisted around, so this is the way the leg is supposed to be facing. Center them up basically, so yeah, there we go. Actually, I think what you could do with Superion is, not Superion, SliverBolt. You could technically fold away his head and have the Superion head out, I believe, so that's pretty funny. Okay, let's see what's next. Wait, what do you fold down? Alright, so they want you to grab his chest, fold it down. They want you to fold these out. How do they want to fold it? Okay, they just want to fold it out like that. Okay, fold it out till the arms are facing the back of the wings. That's how far they want you folded out. Then grab the arms, bring them down. Fold out the fist. Fold out the other fist. Bring out the SliverBolt head. Fold away the Superion head as the other piece fell off, funnily enough. So I guess point a note that his antennas can be loose. Okay, it feels like I'm flexing it. Then they want you to fold this back up. Yep, and there goes his antenna again. So let me fix it up real quick. Once you get the chest plugged in, all you gotta do is rotate his head. And there's SliverBolt. And then you just give him his little blaster. And bada bing, bada boom, you're done. Oh, well, after you fix out his head, you can pull back out the wings. But there you go, you're done. And for some optional storage, you could store his blaster in the back if you want to. But we're not done yet. We're done with SliverBolt. But we will get his back of the airplane transformed into his little stationary battle mode. So we will go over that. So what you want to do is bring in your giant brick. Step 1, remove Superion's blaster. Step 2 is, well, get it fixed like it was before so it's easier. But for the next step, they want you to flare this up. Then they want you to bring this up and pull it away. Okay. Disconnect it from the rest. There we go. Take these red bits, fold them down. Fold this back down. Well, not down, but like that. Situate this back down. Want to take this and rotate till you see what. Rotate this until you see. Grab the leg and just rotate till you see that. So rotate till you see that. Grab your giant base, put it upside down like this. Grab your component, and there's tab slots along here that are gonna tab into wherever. And you just plug it in. So I was doing it the wrong set of tabs. I was doing it up here, but there's a second row of tabs down there. That's where he meant to do it. Let's see, you take back out Superior's gun, and you just make it full. There's these two little grooves right here, and they're just gonna tab in back here. And there's Superior's little, I guess you call it like a little sentry tower. Then you just take Superior, not Superior, SliverBolt, and boom, now he has it guarded. So now you can just control where it fires and goes pew pew bang bang. Also, you're supposed to have arms out here to make it look like he's arming it, but yeah, it's pretty much like a little battle station for him. I don't know, I'm pretty sure in Longhole's video, I did show him like getting attached to his trailer, but I think for SliverBolt's stop motion, I won't show him attaching to a big chunk. I think I'll just leave that out because it's just not necessary. Although, fun fact, apparently people have found out that in big plane mode, you can attach his pieces to the back end of it. There's like a little transformation guide to show that off, so that's pretty cool. But now we actually have SliverBolt in robot mode, so we can show that off. Of course, you know, since instructions into robot mode, I gotta look for a video when I want to transform into alt mode. But yeah, you know, here he is, all nice and cool, leader of the aerial bots, SliverBolt. I don't know, basically all I wanted to say is what I said during the robot part, which was the alt mode part, because usually when I look at a robot, I say what I want to say, then when it comes to alt mode, it's just kind of like a glance over. I point out some little stuff here and there with alt mode, and then that's it for the video. But since it was in the opposite, I said what I wanted to say during the alt mode segments, during robot mode segment. We're just kind of going over articulation size comparisons, really. But here's just like a bad look at it. And like I said, if you wanted to, you could just keep away the robot mode head, and you could have Superior's head out. You could do that with SliverBolt, so that's pretty cool. And yeah. Well, let's go with articulation. If I remember anything else, I will go over it. But up first, we have head. I think it's on a ball joint. Yeah, it's going pretty expressive. So it is on a ball joint. Arms, they are 360, but you do have to move the wings out of the way, otherwise you don't get that 360. You have a bicep swivel, bicep bend, nothing at the wrist, although I feel like for a commander budget, there should have been a wrist joint, because you're paying commander price for it. It's kind of pricey. Do you? Okay, you do get a waist joint, but it's very restricted. So do with that with you will. You do get a waist joint, but it's very restricted. I don't know, it's just because I got the wings in the way, but there's a waist joint. Legs, they can kick out that far. They can, of course, if you do kick them out to the max, it does like move the landing gears out of the way. They can kick back this far because it doesn't matter if you have the wings or not. Ooh, that ratchet sounds nice. Sorry, I don't know, ratchets just sound cool. Except when I did Devastator for the first time, because people really like the ratchet sounds and Devastator, but when I did it for the first time, it sounded like as if it was gonna break the fella, but then, you know, over time it got softened, so, you know, it sounds good now. But that's his legs. Oh, they can also go out that far. Same with the arms. Throughout the part, they can go out that far. He does have a thigh swivel. Knee bend about basically like 90. These are kind of like sketch joints for for SliverBolt. He does have an ankle tilt, and you can open and close his feet. And yeah, that's his articulation. So, let's go over those, I guess, robot mode size comparisons, but usually for robots, where I link the iCard, but since we have to do alt mode first, the iCards and link in the descriptions are up first. Well, the link is just in the description. Go over that anytime, but iCards will be up first for the alt mode size comparisons. But let's go with them robots. Up first, we got from Transformers Legacy United, G2 Universe, Deluxe Class Breakdown. How are we looking? We're tilted. For reference though, SliverBolt it's supposed to be, I think for these Commander fellas, I think they're supposed to be like about Voyager and scale, because of the leaders, so they're a little bit taller than their Deluxe counterparts, but I think give or take they're like about the same height, so, but apparently they're supposed to be like Voyager and scale for these Commander fellas. Like, for the ones that come with a Commander torso, obviously some Commanders are bigger than others. Then up next we got from Transformers Combiner Wars, Legends Class Power Glide. And then lastly we got from Transformers Age of the Primes Deluxe Class Firefight, my favorite of the team. Because, you know, I bought him by himself, you know. I don't know what my favorite for Bruticus' team would be. I have to get all the figures and mess around them for a bit. But for right now, I would say either Vortex or Blast Off would be my favorite. Just like off of it. I do actually own the Vortex figure, but based on videos, Blast Off seems fun to mess around with. But I don't have Blast Off or Brawl yet, so I have to mess around with those guys. Plus Onslaught and Swindle. But I really just do not care for Onslaught. Like, that Onslaught just looks ugly, but it's for Bruticus, so it's whatever. And yeah. There's the size mode comparisons. Grab box, bring it in. Grab this chunk of a thing. I'm gonna try my best to complete Superion, because I do have Firefly, Superion, and another Aerobot, which isn't unboxed yet at the time of this recording. So I'm missing is like 2 more fellas, so I should be able to actually do two combiners this year, funnily enough. Finally, actually, just like last year, where I also did do 2 combiners. But it was kind of in the case of, because there's Core Class Volcanicus and Devastator. Devastator actually did get all the pieces this year. Volcanicus is like a 3-year trip, because I got 4 out of the 6 when I first started collecting Transformers. I got Swoop 2 years ago, and then I got Snarl last year. So that took 3 years to complete only because of the aftermarket prices on Snarl. But Devastator got done in a year, which is nice. And, you know, all the pieces of the Aerobots are on the still retail price, so that's nice. And obviously, Bruticus come out this year, so the guarantee will be retail price. So yeah, I should be able to do 2 combiners again this year. I'm not trying to do like 2 combiners a year. It's just dumb luck that this year and last year should be 2 combiners. But I think, like Hasbro said, I think they're going to try to stick to 1 combiner a year, because they didn't realize. I mean, they probably, like, they saw for the average person, it was kind of hard for them to justify 2 combiners in 1 year. So I think that's why they're sticking to 1 combiner team a year. Unless, of course, we get those gift sets, but that's the point. But yeah, that's been my look at Transformers. Let me focus on SliverBolt. That's been my look at Transformers Age of the Primes Commander Class Aerobot SliverBolt. I thank you folks for watching this Transformers unboxing. Folks, if you enjoyed the unboxing, give the video a thumbs up. Drop a comment down below. I'll apply them as fast as I can. And subscribe and hit the bell to be notified whenever I drop new videos/stream. But until next time, toodles.